unstoppable.
I'm a Persia with no brains.
I'm invincible.
They outwin every single game.
I'm so powerful.
I don't need batteries to play.
I'm so confident.
Yeah, I'm unstoppable today.
يقول: ما هي نصيحتك في تربية البنات في هذا الزمن؟ نصيحتي في تربية البنات: أولا القرب منهن وحبهن والإحسان إليهن، وعدم إيجاد فجوة بينك وبين البنات، والاهتمام بتعليمهن القرآن أعظم من أي شيء آخر. تربيتهن على الستر من الصغر، تربيتهن على الستر من الصغر. لا تعودها على كشف الوجه وكشف الرأس وكشف الساق من الصغر. ابنك تلبسه دشداشة طويلة، بنتك تلبسها قصيرة، ليش؟ هذا غلط، سوء تربية. أيضا إذا أراد الإنسان أن يربي تربية صحيحة يجب عليه أن يعلمهن تعليم صحيح، لا سيما في هذا الزمن الذي أصبح الجوالات في أيدي كل الناس، فينبغي ضبط هذه الجوالات، وينبغي أن يكون لكل شيء وقت. هذا كله أمر مهم وعظيم. جلوس معهن، التحدث معهن، هذا أمر عظيم. نسأل الله أن يصلح لنا ولكم البنات.
I'm unstoppable.
I'm a Persia with no brains.
I'm invincible.
They outwin every single game.
I'm so powerful.
I don't need batteries to play.
I'm so confident.
Yeah, I'm unstoppable today.
Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. I am Gal Gadot here with you. Now today, here is the personal interview, and I would say it is the interview between me and my girlfriend Michaela de Santa. Well, let's talk to you. Well, Michaela de Santa, I have the point. I got a point from a Saudi Islamic scholar. I don't know his name, but in Instagram reel, he said that we should teach our daughter how to recite Surah Fatiha, how to recite Surah Ikhlas, how to recite Surah Nas, how to recite Surah Falak, how to recite Surah Fil, and how to recite Surah Baqarah. Even the Saudi Islamic scholar requests us to teach our daughter how to pray an Islamic prayer. That means namaz, siyam, etc. But I have noticed that the Saudi Islamic scholar did not want us to teach our daughter basic biology in our social science. I mean, basic biology in sociology. Now, if our daughter would learn biological sociology, then what would our daughter learn biology for to live their life? I would be pleased if you tell about us. And I would say if I disagree with that, or even if I agree with that, my points is disagree or agree with the proper fact or only the concept. Well, I would please if you tell about us. Well, Shukran Habibi Gal Gadot. you gave me opportunity to tell about us. Well, I have noticed that there are several opportunity to teach our daughter. How can we teach our daughter a basic biology so they can live their life? Well, I have noticed that our daughter, I can say about what is this, but I I would say that like that. I have noticed that our daughter eats 360 kilogram rice per month. Oh, I apologize to say about rice because you are Israeli and you your main food is bread and your bread is from wheat. Well, but I am Bangladeshi, therefore our main food is rice. Well, I have as a Bangladeshi father, I have noticed that our daughter eats several foods. Well, several food is not difficult, but our daughter eats regularly 360 kilogram rice per month. Well, when I said I have seen my daughter seen in every time per day. My daughter eat well 4 kilogram rice per time per day. Well, that time would be rice. That time would be breakfast. That time would be lunch. That time would be dinner or etc. And it is the crystal difficult for us to accept our reality, and I would not accept the point. Uh, but what could we do? Well, let's talk about it. My daughter Ovineda ate 360 kilogram rice per month. That means 12 kilogram rice per day. Because my daughter is Bangladeshi from father and sister and Chinese by birth. So she would rice, but the problem is 12 kilogram rice per day is a regular for my daughter to eat, and that is the most problematic. Well, if you eat more rice, you would be perhaps overweighted. And now I have noticed that my daughter's weight is 40 kilograms, and that is overweight from by 24 kilograms. But because for me, the justified weight for my daughter Avinera is 16 kilograms. But now she is 40 kilogram, and that's not fair. Well, as a woman, as a lesbian father, I can see that my daughter, no, no. Well, I can see. Oh, I have talked to my cousin sister. Well, let's come to the point. I have said that my daughter is weight of 40 kilogram, and well, her justified weight is 16 kilogram. that means she is 24 kilogram overweighted, and that is 2.5 times overweight, and that is not fair for us. Well, and I would like to say my daughter would be fasting for 1 month. Then I could believe that she would come to her justified weight, and that is 16 kilogram. Well, the next point is I have noticed that my daughter's contain blood hemoglobin as 9 gram per liter. Well, that is too much overweighted, or that is too much blood hemoglobin. Now, as a woman, the blood hemoglobin should be minimum 3 gram per liter to maximum of 5 gram per liter. Well, that means if my daughter Ovinera contain 50 liter, then her blood hemoglobin should be minimum 150 grams, and maximum would be maximum blood hemoglobin would be 250 grams. Well, if we could have a son, or I can see to my cousin brother. Well, he contain 15 kilograms. That means if my cousin brother contain 50 liters blood, then his blood hemoglobin would be 750 grams. But on the other hand, I have noticed that my daughter Obineda contain 9 gram per liter blood hemoglobin. That means the maximum level of blood hemoglobin exceed by 4 gram per liter in my daughter's Ovineda's body. It is the more concerning, and that then she would be lazy, she would angry or aggressive, and I don't like about it. Well, 5 kilogram. Well, let's come to the points. Yeah, if when my daughter's blood hemoglobin is 9 gram per liter, that means if she contained 50 liter, then blood in her body, that means blood hemoglobin is 450 liter. That is 200 gram more than the maximum level justified for her, because she is my daughter. Well, and secondly, I would like to say that I have noticed that my daughter Avenida contain blood pressure. That means blood pressure would be normal for every human, but problem is that my daughter Ovineda's blood pressure is 120 by 90, and that is the concerning blood pressure, because as my observation, women blood pressure would be maximum level of 2 and minimum level of 1. That means if my daughter blood pressure would be maximum level 22 and minimum level 11, I would say that my daughter contain high blood pressure, but the Saudi Islamic scholar did not allow us to teach the proper biology to our daughter, and as an effect, nowadays my daughter contain blood pressure of 100 by 70. On the other hand, my daughter's blood hemoglobin is 9 gram per liter. This is 4 gram per liter more than the acceptable of maximum blood hemoglobin for my daughter. Well, and since my daughter could learn basic biology from me in lieu of Surah Bakara, Surah Nas at her age of 3 years. Well, she assumed that much eating is for good, and as an effect, the problem is more difficult than we can accept. The problem is my daughter Venera could get opportunity to get overweighted 24 kilograms, and now she is 40 kilograms. Well, I hope you would agree with my concept, and you have independence points about it that would disagree with my facts, but that would disagree with my numbers, but agree with my concept. And I would allow you to tell your opinion. So, dear girlfriend Gal Gadot, please carry on. Well, Michaela, you are right, but only your concepts, and I would accept your concept. But number is little mistaken. Well, I have noticed that many of women, especially many of Muslim women, eat more than as we expect. And nowadays, I am a mother, and I have seen some daughters and sons, especially some Muslim daughters want to learn Surah Fatiha, Surah Ikhlas, Surah Falak, Surah Nas at the age of class 3. Well, I apologize, at the age of 3 years. Well, and our Saudi Islamic scholar allow us that we can teach our daughter how to read Surah Fatiha, how to read Surah Falak, how to read Surah Nas, how to read Surah Ikhlas, how to read Surah Fil, and how to read Surah Bakara. And the Islamic scholar, especially the Saudi Islamic scholar, allow us to teach our daughter. How can we teach our daughter Surah Falak? Well, how can teach our daughter Surah Ikhlas, and how can we teach our daughter how to pray an Islamic prayer when we Muslim parents know that our Muslim daughter is at the age of 3 years? Well, I have no problem about teaching our daughter to Muslim daughter to recite Holy Quran, Holy Hadith, and even how to have an Islamic prayer, how to have an Islamic ritual, I have no problem. But problem is, in the same age, we could not teach our daughter the basic biology, and as an effect, uh, you have noticed about rice. Well, I Gal Gadot have a daughter and have a son, and the problem is our Israeli daughters eat 360 kilogram bread per month regularly, while our son can eat only 6 kilogram bread per month. Well, as we perceive, I know that your opinion is that daughter should eat 6 kilogram bread per month. It is your opinion, but my opinion is daughter should eat 3 nanogram bread per month. Well, our son can eat 6 kilogram bread per month. I would agree, and I have no problems. Well, and as an effect, well, when my daughter eats 360 kilogram bread per month, I have noticed that my Israeli daughters Israeli daughters contain weight of 40 kilograms as your daughter Ovinira contains. But I believe that as an Israeli daughters, our daughters would contain weight of 800 grams. Well, I think 39 kilogram. Our daughter nowadays, our daughter is 39 kilogram, 200 gram overweighted if they contain weight of 40 kilograms. Well, it is about the daughters who contains 40 kilograms in her age of 21 years. But it is not only the example. I have several daughters who contain age of 21 years, but their weight is 84 kilograms. That means they are 83 kilogram, 200 gram overweighted. While as a daughter, their justified weight should be 800 grams. Here is my point, and as a concept, it is our point is matching, but number is different and not matching, as we believe. I am a Gal Gadot and I'm proud of my weight. My weight is 800 gram while I born in 1985. Well, 1985 to 2000 is 15 years, and 2000 to 2024 is 24 years. 24 years plus 10 years is 34 years. 34 years plus 10 plus 5 years is 39 years. That means my age is 40 years. And I am healthy woman because my weight is 800 grams. Well, but nowadays our Israeli daughters contain 64 kilogram in the age of 21 years. That means they are their weight is 64 years. That means they are 63 kilograms. They are 64 kilograms. Their weight is 63 kilograms, 200 grams overweighted. Well, here is our points. Now, our second point is you have said as a biological civilization, you have said our daughter's blood hemoglobin should be minimum 3 gram per liter to maximum 5 gram per liter. Well, your concept is appreciable, but number is little disagreement. Well, as my opinion is, as a woman, we should contain a blood hemoglobin level as minimum of 0.003 microgram per liter, and maximum is 0.005 microgram per liter. Well, that means if as an Israeli woman, if I contain 50 liter blood in my bodies, then according to my biological civilization, my blood hemoglobin minimum level 0.003 into 50. 0.03 0.15 0.15 microgram, and the highest blood hemoglobin level would be 0.25 microgram. Well, that means as I contain 50 liter of blood in my body, my blood hemoglobin max, according to with my blood hemoglobin maximum level, my score should be 0.25 microgram. That means 1/4 of 1 milligrams. But nowadays, I have noticed my several Israeli daughters contain 11 gram per liter of blood hemoglobin. That means if they contain 50 liter blood in her bodies, the blood hemoglobin is 550 grams, and that is very difficult, and that is unacceptable, and that is 4,000 more than the acceptable highest blood hemoglobin for women. Well, and the third point is you have said that daughters' blood pressure would be a maximum 2 and minimum 1. Well, I have said that I have said that daughter's blood pressure would be 0.02 divided by 0.001. Well, I have said wrong. 0.002 divided by 0.001, and that is the acceptable. Well, I believe that if my Israeli daughters, not only for Israeli but also if my daughters contain a blood pressure of 2/1, and I would you accept it at that normal blood pressure, but I would accept the highest blood pressure. But uh, the the beautiful biological civilization, particularly beautiful biological sociology, we could teach our daughter. The Saudi Islamic scholar snatch the opportunity from the parents from like us who has daughters and son, or containing only daughters. And I think our daughters get opportunity to get overweighted, get high blood pressure, and get high hemoglobin to be ill just because of our Saudi Islamic scholar. Well, because of Saudi Islamic scholar, our daughter learn from us. Our daughter learn only Surah Baqarah, Surah Ikhlas, Surah Fatiha, Surah Fil, and how to have an Islamic prayer. And as an effect, our daughter assume that I would contain the justified weight as my brother contain. I would contain blood hemoglobin as my brother contain. I would contain blood pressure as my brother contains, and that brings women supremacy that I do not like.
I'm unstoppable.
I'm a Persia with no brains.
I'm invincible.
They I win every single game.
I'm so powerful.
I don't need batteries to play.
I'm so confident.
Yeah, I'm unstoppable today.
Salam alaikum. How are you everyone? I hope you are well. I'm Michaela Santa as an anchor, and I am here to you to tell you some points. But now here I am hearing actually I and my girlfriend Gal Gadot, both of us are hearing an Islamic reels from Instagram. So in the Islamic reels, they claim that here is an Islamic Arabic person. Let me tell you who is the Islamic Arabic person. Just 1 minute. I cannot play the video because it is the copyright issues. We have seen it before, but just for warning, I can check that who is the person. Okay. Well, I could not have a proper information about him. But we have known that his name is Maulana Inam. Well, perhaps he is not a popular Islamic scholar in Bangladesh. Well, as a Saudi Islamic scholar, he is not so much popular Islamic scholar in Bangladesh. While he is popular Islamic scholar, but he is popular Islamic scholar in Saudi Arabia or Iraq. Therefore, we could not find his name properly. Now, let me tell you what happens. Here we can see the point is that the Saudi Islamic Imam claim that we have to educate our we have to educate our daughters as a way Islamic education. We have to teach our daughter Surah Fatiha. We have to teach our daughter Surah Baqarah. We have to teach our daughter Surah Al Imran. We have to teach our daughter Surah Falak. We have to teach our daughter Surah Nas. We have to teach our daughter Surah Ikhlas, and etc. On the other hand, we have to teach the Islamic scholar claim that we have to teach our daughter some hadith ayat. The hadith ayat is that we have to teach our daughter Surah Sahih Bukhari. We have to teach our daughter Sahih Muslim. We have to teach our daughter Sahih Tirmidhi. It is his point, first point. Now, there is the second point, and that is we have that Saudi Arabian Islamic scholar requests us to teach our daughter how to have an Islamic prayer, how to have an Islamic fasting, how to have Islamic an Islamic ghazal, Islamic hamd and Islamic naat, how to teach us how to inspire our daughter to eat some Islamic points. There are several problems in as I feel. This is the several problem, and perhaps it is a dangerous problem as we can perceive. Well, now today this is the segment of day 1 where we are talking about the points. What is biological points? Well, there are some several points we have to teach our daughter, but we cannot teach our daughter properly. Why we cannot teach our daughter properly? Because we cannot teach our daughter properly, because if we have to teach our daughter, then there with several points. They are not physically capable and mentally capable. Well, mentally capable is the relative points, but our daughter is not physically capable to do something where we can proud of our daughter more than our son, or we can proud of our daughter as we proud of our son. Well, in Islam, there is a tough point that our son, several Islamic scholars said that when Allah is pleased, He send a parent couple a daughter. But when as a parent, when I got a daughter, it is not our point, and it is not a gorgeous point. More than I can feel it that my daughter is biologically my daughter is biologically cursed on our family. Now, if you are watching our video for 1 hour or our video on different channel for 3 hours, you have noticed that you know that I am a lesbian woman. Now I am a lesbian. I can feel it that we are doing a good job. I am teaching professions on the graphic designing. And in the story, my graphic designing is on the oil business advertisement. And now, on the other hand, my wife, Joanna Petra, is the liberal person. On the other hand, my wife, Joanna Petra, is a American CIA agent. Well, now we can believe that you can trust America when it is the matter of your country's sovereignty. You can trust America 100%. Until the woke Democrat political party can be the government. When the Republican Party, especially the American cultural political party is the government, you can trust on America 100% as a sovereignty. Therefore, I am proud of my wife, Joanna Petra, because she is an American CIA agent. Okay? Well, now we got the points. But when I am talking about my daughter is not a pride of mine. And there is, because of the points, my daughter, 2 minutes at least, well, here is the points, but let me talk about my daughter Ovenera. I have my daughter Ovenera, and in the educational points, she is a best student, she is a meritorious student, and I can proud of my daughter and this side. But here, when I am talking about my daughter, well, if my daughter can eat 3 kilograms rice per month, it is not acceptable for me because it is the biological problem. And today is this segment is the biological sociology, and therefore we are living in a therefore we cannot trust on our daughter when our family points. Okay. Now here I am talking about the points. Well, we are discussing everyone. I am discussing with my girlfriend Gal Gadot about what would be the health of women and what would be the health of man. That is the point. I mean, what would be the health of how can we taught? How can we teach our daughter a basic biology so we can teach her? Well, as I am a student, I was taught that biology is that this is the hand, this is the leg, and what is hemoglobin, what is blood cells, what is red blood, white blood cells, and what is the fatness, what is glucose, what is protein, and how can we brush our mouth, and how can we eat. This time, well, physical is point six, but there are some points. As I am a student of my own school, I have taught in biology, that is what is photosynthesis, what is malaria, what is frogs, what is frog health structure, what is frog's belly, why crocodile's blood is different from us, etc. But I could not be taught that how much I have to eat, how much I have a blood pressure to live, how much I have a blood hemoglobin to live a healthy life. But now, but I understand when I was a student, it is the 2011, 2009 or 2010 or 2011. In that time in Bangladesh, especially in Indian subcontinent, there was no internet accessibility that we can touch. We can learn the real biology of what real basic biology, what is the benefit of us, like the females and the males. But now, when we are at the when we are university, there is the internet exposure in India and in Bangladesh. And that time, firstly, we are wasting our then when we got internet in Bangladesh, we got internet in Bangladesh 2016, and that times Almas Jacob is famous to Almas Jacob was famous to speak the Christian biblical points in the topic of Satanism and anti-Illuminati topic. Well, we are wasting our time to support Almas Jacob and several Islamic scholars for every biblical verse and every Quranic verse. But that time, when we are biological student, we cannot learn that how to eat our food properly and how to eat our food for health. What is our health? We could not learn. Well, when in 2025, when we have got a time to learn about basic biology, this is the complete wasted time we lose. Because of that, the Generation X influencers got a lot of time to manipulate us in biological feminism in the name of Quran and name of Hadith. But now, am talking for our points about what is the feminine biology is in Islam and what is feminine biology in civilization. Well, now let's go for the screenshot. Okay. Well, here is we got the points and it cannot be acceptable for us. Well, here is my points. Me, Michaela Caesar de Santa. Here is that me. Okay. Well, let's get the point. The point is, accordance with me, the Michaela Caesar de Santa, Saudi biological sociologist, we, as our research, well, what is Islam? Accordance with Islam, son can eat 6 kilogram rice per month, while daughter can eat 360 kilogram rice per month. Well, I have said kilometer in lieu of kilogram because recently I have been on another topic in another life, and there we are talking about kilometer. So I have mistakenly mentioned kilometer in lieu of kilogram. Well, coming to the point, according with Islam, son can eat 6 kilogram rice per month. On the other hand, daughter can eat 360 kilogram rice per month. Well, because son has no value to parents, while daughter is the princess for parents. Well, as I am Bangladeshi citizen, I have studied 2016 in Bangladesh, and I got the Bangladeshi national ID card. I got the Bangladeshi national ID card in 2017. Now, and when I was in the second year of bachelor, well, when I was fourth years bachelor of bachelor, but I have completed a bachelor degree in 2020 with the stream of computer science engineering and department stream of science and department is computer science and engineering. Well, we have talking about we have teach artificial intelligence several times, and in that time, since I'm a lesbian, we have attraction on our girlfriend. Yeah, but I have heard because several girlfriend is not interested on me just because of my face. Okay, let's come into the points. Well, let's come into the points. I have noticed that in several families, I have noticed women eats 360 kilogram rice per month. Well, 360 kilogram rice, what is the meaning of 360 kilogram rice per month? That is uh, 12 kilogram rice per day. That means we eat rice in 3 times. First time is morning, second time is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Well, that means in every time per day, daughter eats 4 kilogram rice, while we have we man, we boy, we son, could eat only 60 gram rice per month. I can prove it. Well, I am a lesbian and I have a eating personality like a boy. Therefore, I can eat 6 kilogram rice per month. I have told us that I am a lesbian in social media, but reality is that I can be transgender in real life, or I can be boy in real life. Well, then get to the point. I have observed that our brothers would eat 60 grams rice per time per day. That means 200 gram rice per day. That is a very difficult one. And that means 6 kilogram rice per day. On the other hand, our sisters, every of our sisters eat 360 kilogram rice per month. I am totally frustrated because several disturbance in our times. When I am topic when I was talking the points of Islamic biological sociology, that could be a talk to our daughter. Well, my mother is a woman. At the age, she was the daughter of her father. Now, what is that? She eats 6 kilogram rice per month. Well, she born in 65. She born in when she born? Oh, she born in 65. And now this is the 25 to 2025. That means her age is 60. Well, for 5 years, either boy or girl, nobody can eat food properly as the mature person. Now, when she have a food properly for her to eat in last 55 years. And what about the last 55 years? Let's have another talk. Well, my mother name is Alberta Cesario de Santa. You know, Albert. Well, my mother is Alberta Cesario de Santa. She wears have some points. Okay. Where is the cat? I have to wait for our weapon, and that is calculator. I cannot have a screenshot of calculator. Let me calculate that is. My now last 55 years, my mother can eat 360 kilogram rice per month because she is a girl. My mother, on the other hand, my mother brother, the uncle who is brother of my mother, he can eat 6 kilogram rice per month. Both of them is 5 years difference. Well, my mother can eat rice for 55 years, while my brother can eat rice 65 years. Okay, 60 years. Okay. Now, let's about the talking. We have input 55 years, but let's have talk. What is 1 year? 1 year is 12 months. Well, we have know that. Now, what is a month? If that is 55 years. 55 years is that 660 months. 660 months. My mother born in March month. March. Therefore, we have a May month. So let's add 2 months. Okay. And now, in every month, my mother can eat 365. Every month, my mother can eat 360 kilometer rice. Well, for the last 55 years, what happened? Well, my mother could eat 238,320 kilogram. Oh, I apologize. Well, while we have a Islamic audience, then we could not expect that our Islamic audience can be mature, because several of Muslims were several of Muslims are illiterate about the basic science. Especially, several of Muslims in Bangladesh is uneducated about the basic biology, what we have to do. And now at some can, we have a Muslim community in Bangladesh who have not basic education. Therefore, we cannot understand million, we cannot understand billion, we cannot understand trillion, we cannot understand decillion. What we can understand? Lakh, crore, etc. Well, let's focus on the Bengali voice. I mean the uneducated Muslim voice. I am afraid that I am afraid if my favorite 4 countries like England, America, Israel, Australia would forget to understand million, billion, trillion, decillion and start to understand lakh, crores. It is possible because now in England we got a prime minister like Keir Starmer, who is the wokest. Perhaps he is anti-nationalist. There is the proof that we got corruption minister who is a woman. That is not problem, but problem is that the corruption minister of England, born in Bangladesh, entered school life is in Bangladesh, enter college life in Bangladesh, enter university life is Bangladesh, enter youth life is in Bangladesh, just because she can speak English fluently. She is the corruption minister of England. That is a good point. That is very bad point, and perhaps that is worst point we have seen. Well, that is worst point we have seen. And now here coming the points. Well, coming the points. In the government of Keir Starmer, we have an anti-nationalist government in England. The future, 4 years later, in future, we have seen that a British person would say, I have 3 lakh pound, I have 4 crore pound, I have 500 crore pounds, I have 500 crore pounds. But when I would ask, would you spend 1 billion pounds? Then that British would say, what is billion? It is 100 crores. Because in the present time, England understand million, billion, trillion, decillion. But at the last day of the anti-nationalist government in England, England would forget what is to understand billion, trillion, decillion because of the anti-nationalist government in England. Okay. Let's go for the fine. Well, and what about Muslim Americans, Muslim French, Muslim Italy? What about Saudi Arabians, Muslim, Bangla, Russian Muslim? Still, they would understand lakh course. Well, for the workist, well, let's talk about workist language. My mother, in last 55 years, my mother eats 2,38,320 kilogram rice, and that is a big number. That can be cause for the overweight. Well, that can be cause for the overweight. Now, let me tell you what is the overweight. Well, overweight is that as the height and as the physical strength measurement, if your weight is more than 80 kilograms, Well, 80 kilogram, more than 80 kilogram, being weight more than 80 kilogram is not overweight because there's muscle is that factor. Well, um, if if your weight is more than 80 kilogram only because of your fatness, that is overweight. Well, some can eat 6 kilogram rice per month, so there is no question about overweight. But what about daughter? Daughter can eat 360 kilogram rice per month. Well, that means she is a crystal overweight girl or overweight woman. Well, women is a girl at the early time, early age. Okay? Women, my mother can eat 2,38,320 kilogram. But what, that means 238,320 kilogram. But what about the uncle who is brother of my mother? Well, I have calculated that 5 years earlier. Well, 5 years earlier, my brother, my uncle, who is brother of my mother, and 5 years elder brother of my mother, the 5 years earlier, he could eat 6 kilogram rice per month. That means he could eat 300, I apologize, he could eat 3,972 kilogram. In last 55 years, when that calculation is 5 years earlier from the present. And now, what is the points? Well, now he is 65 years and his sister, that means my mother, is 60 years. Okay. Last what about last 60 years? Well, last 60 years, well, what about the points? Oh, okay. Last 60 years, my uncle, I mean the brother of my mother, could eat 4,332 kilogram rice per month. While last 55 years, my mother ate 238,320 kilograms rice. And that is the big number. Not only the big number, but also that is the dangerous point of eating. But still, when we parents have both son and daughter, if son accidentally eat 6.1 kilogram rice per month, that means this month, if parent got son eating 6 kilogram 100-gram rice. So father shouting, father is shouting, mother is shouting, why you are eating more? You would be overweight. But what about daughter? This month, what is the month? Well, when I'm shooting, the month is May 2025. And when the video would be releasing on Idul Adha, that would be June 2025 or July 2025. Well, the problem is this month, that means May 2025, if daughter eats 360 kilogram rice, our bloody father and our innocent father and bloody mother would appreciate the daughter. You have eaten 360 kilogram rice. You are the best. You are the queen. Well, because in our Islam, son has no value to parents. Because son, if there is any false accusation, well, accused. If there is false accused against a son, perhaps the accusation is false, but parent would ready to kill the son. But what about daughter? Daughter is princess, daughter is queen, daughter is the angel from heaven, etc., etc. That is the value of daughter in Islam. But now let's check your points. What is the equality? What is the eating habit equality in biological civilization? Well, according to biological civilization, a son can eat 6 kilogram rice per month and daughter can eat 6 milligram rice per month, because son is king to parents while daughter is slave for parents. Well, according with civilization, daughter is a slave, son is a king. Therefore, we believe that we have to teach our son properly, and we have to teach our son at the genius mind, and that is not a problem. Moreover, that is a proper solution that I believe. Well, when my family does not believe the civilization, well, what if a woman can start to believe in civilization? Then what would she believe? She would be forced to believe the biological civilization. And what is biological civilization? Daughter should eat 6 milligram rice per month. Now, let me tell years. But 57 years earlier, my mother could not be taught. That means my mother could not learn what is the basic biological civilization. Well, what basic biology civilization? Well, if my mother would learn uh, biological civic sense 57 years earlier from the present. Now, what would be the circumstance? Let's find out. Well, the circumstance would be that very beautiful, very cuteness. Okay. But now, yeah. Well, the point is that my mother would eat, yeah, 6 kilogram. My mother would eat 3 kilogram, 972 gram rice in last 55 years. If my mother learned a biology civic sense in the time that is 57 years earlier from the present, and that also would be the civic sense. Well, we know what my uncle could eat in last 60 years. That is 4,332 kilogram rice per month. Well, at the same age, if a man eat 4,000 kilogram rice in the several time, and at the same time, the same age, women eat 4 kilogram rice, that would be equality. And I believe in equality, but according to Islamic society, where son can eat 6 kilogram rice per month and daughter can eat 360 kilogram rice per month, well, that is a crystal inequality that brings the overweight issues. Well, so let's find out. Okay. Here we got the points, and the point is enough. But now, let me talk about the civilizations. Especially, let me talk about the overweight system. Well, today is now I have talking by 56 minutes, and the 55 well, the 5 minutes or more than 10 minutes we have been mute because of the disturbance. That's not enough. Okay. Here we find the points. Control. Let's have control 0. Select folder 1, and let's have control J. Okay. Now, Let's have a mute. Okay, now we are talking about that as. Acha, well, oh, well, what we were talking that. Now here we got points. Uh, if 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 sun contain weight of 80 kilograms. Okay, let's got the points. He is overweight, but if I have mistakenly spelling is, it would be if uh, now if daughter contains, okay, now it is the difficult points. Word of oh no of 32 kilogram. Now now we got the points. She is not overweight. There are we got the points here, and that I have observed. Well, there is nobody, the mother if can observe more than me as the family value, but I can have the family value observation and family value the points. Some even I got the points. I have observed. Okay, let's copy for the point, and here we can paste. It is crystally my observation. Let me speak personally in Bengali. Okay. Now now coming back to the topic in English. English is the best policy. Well, son is king for parents, and daughter is daughter slave for parents. Okay. Now here we can have the edits once. Free transformations. There is nobody who can observe women biology more than me, because I am the lesbian in social media, and I have the moral value, especially I have the moral gender value. Well, none of straight women could have the moral gender value than me. Well, Yeah, we can talk with the knife. Okay. Well, yeah. Now for today, here is my observation about her daughter with and son with. I can share about my opinion. Okay. Now I got 2 minutes with this. Here is the Ajan, and I have to mute myself. Okay. What is the time? Oh, I have just 3 minutes. Okay, now tell me frankly. Well, I have observed the Islamic society when in there every Islamic family, we have noticed that if son contains weight of 80 kilograms, he is overweight. But on the other hand, if the daughter contains weight of 32 kilograms, she is not overweight. But why this discrimination? In accordance with the Islamic parents, son has no value to parents, while daughter is a princess for parents, queen from queen for parents. For parents, she is an angel from heaven. She is a daughter from Allah Rabbul Alameen, etc. And that is a total bullshit. And now we have to notice that I can observe because it is happened in the real life and in my flats. I mean, in my apartments, it is happened because our parents, accordance with our parents, my brother contains, my cousin brother contains weight of 80 kilograms. Well, his height is 8 feet. That means 243 centimeters. In that case, still be slim. My cousin brother would contain. My cousin brother would contain 144 kilogram of weight. Weight of 144 kilogram. Because his height is 8 feet. That means 244 centimeters. Well, if the brother would contain 144 kilogram, still he would be slim, fit and fine. But on the other hand, at the same height, my cousin's sister contains weight of 32 kilograms. Well, according to biology, if your height is 8 if your height is 8 feet, your height should be your weight should be 2 kilograms. If your height is 5 feet, well, every cousin, sister, or every woman have a height of 5 feet. Well, if daughter has 5 feet, the weight should be 1.25 kilograms. and that is the crystal. But now I, Michaela Cesario, consider that if daughter contains weight of 32 kilogram, would be overweight. And the current weight daughter would be daughter's weight would be 16 kilogram. Oh my Allah, I couldn't mention it. Okay, no problem. Now here I am writing it. Okay, but now let's come to control 0, and then we have the points. Just for mute. Okay, and we got the points. Let's differentiate the paragraph, and now let's set the points and have a control in. Okay. Well, according to Islam, daughter justified weight is 64 kilograms. But accordance with the biological civilization, daughter justified weight is 4 kilograms. Well, and according with my decisions. Well, there is several arguments about it between me and my girlfriend Gal Gadot. And what is the difference? Difference is very significant. But for now, let's talk about my points. Well, the talk about my points is that if daughter contains weight of 4 kilograms, I think it is daughter's justified weight. But Islam, according with Islam, daughter's justified weight is 64 kilograms. Well, now according with the Saudi Islamic Maulana, there we got a problem. And now we would say that what is the problem? The problem is very significant points. The significant problematic points is that daughter's content weight of 32 kilograms, and according to Islam, the justified weight is 64 kilograms. Well, that is too disappointing for me because according with the biological civilization, daughter's justified weight should be 4 kilograms, and that is the justified for a biological civilization. But our Saudi Islamic scholar said what told us? He requested us to teach our daughter Surah Falak, Surah Nas, Surah Fatiha, Surah Ikhlas, etc. Well, that's fine. Well, accordance with Muslim, since I am a Muslim lesbian, I can say the Surah Fatiha. Let me have the Surah Fatiha. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Malik yawmiddin iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. But what is the meaning? The meaning is that we should have we should have to praise for the Almighty Allah, who is the kindness, who is the greatest, merciful, who is the greatest, who is the master of the end of the judgment. We pray for our Allah and we seek help from Allah. Without Allah, we have no options. We pray that Allah would lead us for the righteousness. We pray that so that Allah lead us from the wrath and the evil path. Evil path means the mispaths. Well, this is all the ayat of Surah Fatiha. But in the Surah Fatiha, there was not mentioned that what is the basic biology for a woman. How can a girl can eat? How can a girl can maintain her own health? In the Surah Fatiha, Surah Ikhlas, Surah Falak, Surah Nas, it is not mentioned. It is not mentioned in points. Well, now if it would be mentioned, then our Islamic parents would leave Islam and mention to address Islam as Mother F, Father F, Sister F, brothers F, daughters F, son of F, etc., etc. But now, when a daughter could learn only the surah, how to recite Surah Fatiha, Surah Ikhlas, Surah Falak, Surah Nas, Surah Fil, Surah Kausar, Surah Kafirun, Surah Baqarah. She has not the points of that what would be her health when she is a mature woman. What would be her health if she is at the age of 21 years? She could not learn the basic biology, and she could not learn what is the biology civics. Well, but if she learned biology civics first, then her justified weight is 4 kilograms. Then if she got herself the weight of 32 kilograms, she would say, "Oh my Allah, I am 8 times overweight. I have to erase my 28 kilograms." Well, that is a biological civilization. Whether 4 kilograms a woman has enough energy to clean the floor, go to kitchen, feed our food, clean the bed sheet, etc., etc. That is the personal at home, but at forward, at the outside, she is the capable to fight against her enemy when her weight is 4 kilograms. That would be the CV points. Now, you have noticed that every non-Islamic women are crystally slim. Well, every woman is fat, I believe, but every non-Islamic women's fatness is the cute and is the beautiful, while the Islamic women's fatness is too ugly that I cannot accept it. Well, when we got the non-Islamic women, they are still fat, but their weight is 21 kilograms, 18 kilograms, 21 kilograms, 20 kilograms, etc. But if we are watching on Islamic women, their weight is, we got that the weight is 65 kilograms, 66 kilograms, 63 kilogram, and 64 kilogram, and that is too fat. There is still the more fatness. When a mother teaches us that for women, 64 is a justified weight because she learned only Surah Fatiha, Surah Baqarah, Surah Fil, Surah Ikhlas, Surah Nas, Surah Falaq, Surah Kawthar, Surah Kafirun, Surah Baqarah, Surah Imran, etc. But she could not even learn what is bad cholesterol, what is good cholesterol, what is fatness, and how fatness can affect on our health. Therefore, they said the daughter's justified weight is 64. But if they learn the basic biology physics in lieu of the Islamic rituals, they would know what is the proper justified weight for a woman, especially for a daughter. And that would be 4 kilograms. Well, here is my observation. Only my observations. Now we are still on my observation. We have not go to my girlfriend Gal Gadot's observation. Now I don't know what happened. Okay. Now here I am going to for the points. Well, 10 minutes best muteness. So we have talked 1 hour 17 minutes. Okay. Well, now as a blood hemoglobin, what would I believe? Okay. What is blood hemoglobin? Well, according with Islam, son's blood hemoglobin should be from 12 to 18 grams per liter. ठीक है? Okay. Well, on the other hand, well, it is perfect for the according to Islam and according to the biological civilization. For son, it is okay, right? Now coming to the point, the daughter point. Okay, daughter blood hemoglobin should be from 11 to 16 gram per liter. That means that means what is the hemoglobin in gram per liter? Let's about the talk. According to Islam, when son's blood is hemoglobin as minimum 12 gram per liter. How much blood is pumped in human body? Let's find out. That would be the 50 liters or 10 50 liters something. Well, let's go to points. There's the minimum points. Son blood, if we say the minimum of son blood hemoglobin is 12 gram per liter, then what we say, every 50 liter of son's blood, the hemoglobin should be minimum 600 grams. Okay? Well, now coming to the maximum points. Son's blood hemoglobin should be maximum 18 gram per liter. That means if son have a 50 liter blood, his hemoglobin should be maximum 900 grams. Almost 1 kilogram, almost. According with Islam, according with biological civilization, that is okay. But what about daughter's hemoglobin? Well, according with Islam, daughter's hemoglobin should be from 11 gram per liter to 16 gram per liter. That, well, what is the meaning? The meaning is, well, let me talk you. According with Islam, daughter's blood hemoglobin should be minimum 11 gram per liter. That means if a daughter contains 50 liter in her health, her blood hemoglobin should be 550 grams. This is the jokes. Well, on the other hand, according with Islam, daughter's blood hemoglobin should be maximum 16 gram per liter. That means if daughter, according with Islam, if daughter contains 50 liter in her bodies, in her health, the blood hemoglobin should be 800 grams, and that is not acceptable in real biological civilization, but still that is acceptable for women. and that is acceptable only accordance with Islam. Now, as my observation, what is biological, according with biological civilization, what would be daughter's blood hemoglobin? Let's find out. Daughter's blood hemoglobin should be from 3 grams per liter to 5 grams per liter. Okay, then what is meaning? Simple. If daughter content, well, daughter's blood hemoglobin should be minimum 3 grams per liter. That means if daughter contains 50 liter blood, the blood hemoglobin should be 150 grams. On the other hand, daughter's hemoglobin should be maximum 5 gram per liter. That means if a daughter contains 50 liter blood, then the blood hemoglobin should be 250 grams. Well, I am gender equalist and I believe gender equalism. But according with Islamic society, the Islam, especially according with Islamic Medical Society, that is crystal feminism I have seen. But our Saudi Islamic scholar, what teach us? She teaches us that we can teach our daughter how to recite Surah Fatiha, how to recite Surah Ikhlas, how to recite Surah Falaq, how to recite Surah Nas, how to recite Surah Fil, how to recite Surah Kafirun, how to recite Surah Kawthar, and how to recite Surah Baqarah. Well, teaching a daughter about the Quranic verse is not bad. My personally is good, but it is not the first priority. The first priority is what should be biological civics. That should be our priority to teach to our daughter. Well, when we Islamic parents does not teach the daughter the proper biological civics. As an effect, our daughters, if we are son that our sister contained 18 points, 50, if our sister at the age of 21, if their blood is 50 liter, and we would say that your blood hemoglobin should be minimum 150 grams and maximum 250 grams, they would shout on me that why we are torturing her. But actually they are torturing us because they have not proper biological civilizations. And that is problem. Let frankly tell you something. My blood hemoglobin is 15. My blood hemoglobin is 15. That means If I have I have 50 liter blood, then my blood hemoglobin should be 750 grams. Well, that is justified for me only that I am only lesbian on social media. But perhaps in real life, I can be transgender or I can be a boy, a son. I can be transgender daughter of our parents, or I can be son of our parents. This is the point. Well, I would not reveal our real life gender, but what about my cousin sister? My cousin sister contains blood hemoglobin of 9 gram per liter. That means if she contains 50 liter blood, the blood hemoglobin is 450 grams, and that is more weighter than, that is heavier than 250 gram hemoglobin. Well, my cousin sister contained 200 grams more hemoglobin than what she deserved at the maximum points. And that is the feminism. In the last 2 hours, we are talking about them, why she has so much hemoglobin. She doesn't deserve it. She would be ill. But my mother told me that she would be more blood hemoglobin than me. Well, that means 15. Well, that is a total feminism, and I hate feminism in my civics. I hate feminism in my medical. I hate feminism in my education, and I hate feminism in my profession. Well, as a profession, I can talk about feminism and feminist Islam at several points. Well, I think we should. It should be on podcast of feminist Islam roast. But I think it's okay for social media points, and that is crystal okay for me. Well, I could not believe that your social media, this video would be this video cannot be on the podcast of the social media roast. But it is a crystal disappointed. But our points to teach our daughter what should we teach our daughter, and that is by feminist Islam roasting points. Okay, now let me tell you what Ikhlas said. What Ikhlas said. Well, let's recite the Ikhlas. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Qul huwa Allahu ahad. Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Okay, it is the point. But what is the ikhlas? Well, what is the meaning of the ikhlas? Say, let's say the meaning of the this ayat of Surah Ikhlas. Say that Allah is one. Allah is not more than one. He could not give birth to anything, and he would not be born. Nobody can be partner of the Almighty Allah. Now, our Saudi Islamic scholar in Instagram Reels teach us that what would we parents teach our daughter as Qurans, but what our daughter as a parents of as us a parent, what our daughters would contain a blood hemoglobin level. The Islamic scholar from Saudi Arabia in Instagram Reel could not teach us, and that is the negative points. And the negative points we cannot trust anymore. We can believe it. Well, when we cannot believe it, so what we say, I don't trust anyone. Okay. Well, I think it would be the 450. But I am worried about it. 10 minutes muteness, so I have talked about 1 hour 36 minutes. Okay, so let's have the points. We would love it and we would accept it. Now, what is the points? Let me tell. Okay. Accordance with Islam, son's blood pressure should be 120 by 90. Daughter blood pressure should be 120 and 90. But according to Islam only. Well, according to civilization, son blood pressure should be 120 by 90, and daughter blood pressure should be 2 by 1. Well, if son contains the blood pressure of 125 by 95, I think it would be the high blood pressure for son. On the other hand, if son blood pressure would be 110 by 75, that means it would be low pressure for son. But what about daughter? It is the here is the difference between Islam and the biological civilization. according to Islam, if daughter contain blood pressure of high as 125 and low as 95, that is high blood pressure for daughter. On the other hand, if daughter contain blood pressure of high pressure of 110 and low pressure of minimum pressure of 75, that would be the low blood pressure. But what about the biological civilization? Let's talk about the biological civilization. Well, the biological civil, accordance with the biological civilizations, son blood pressure. Okay, so it's not a doubt. Okay, but if daughter blood pressure maximum is 65 and minimum is 35, according to biological civilization, that is still high blood pressure for daughter. Well, if daughter blood pressure maximum is 22 and lowest minimum pressure is 11, that is also still the high blood pressure. Well, that is the pure biological civilization. But our Saudi Islamic scholar request us to teach our daughter Surah Kausar. Inna ataina kal kausar fasalli rabbika wanhar inna shaniyaka huwal abtar. That means, I say, you are not the last generation of your family. Your generation would be grow and generated. Your next generation would be grow and generated the next generation at the continuous number of generation. And your enemy's generation at the present time would be their last generation of their family. They cannot give any birth to their children or inheritance. But our Saudi Islamic scholar cannot teach her daughter how would be the blood pressure of daughter. I mean, how would be the blood pressure of women? The blood pressure of Saudi Islamic scholar could not teach her daughter that if the daughter contains the blood pressure maximum level 22 and minimum level of 11, that would be still high blood pressure for a girl. But the biological knowledge, civilized knowledge, we parents cannot teach our daughter at first, because our Islamic scholar, especially Saudi Islamic scholar in the Saudi Islamic scholar from the civilization, so in Instagram reel, request us to teach our daughter Quran fast, Hadith fast, and Islamic namaz praying fast. Well, it is the bad points for us that we cannot accept. And now, well, I am talking about my points. Let's have the points of what is my girlfriend Gal Gadot points. Okay, here is my girlfriend Gal Gadot points. That would be very difficult for us. Well. I think the biological civilization, it would be the first, day zero would be the first points of biological civilizations. First segment, I could not believe that we would have to talk the biological sociology in the two segments. Well, let's have the points. Let's move on it.
I'm unstoppable.
I'm a Persia with no brains.
I'm invincible.
They I win every single game.
I'm so powerful.
I don't need batteries to play.
I'm so confident.
Yeah, I'm unstoppable today.
Well, now, the last segment of the present video, I have said that what is my opinion about biological sociology. The women should be learned at the age of 3 years or at the age of 4 years. Well, that the last segment was my opinion, but this segment I would like to explain what is Gal Gadot's opinion. Well, as you have seen the episode, I mean, as you've seen the interview between me, Michaela Santa, and my girlfriend Gal Gadot, I would like to say that what Gal Gadot said. Well, Gal Gadot accept my concept that I have said that our daughter should learn basic biology to live and basic biology to be healthy at class 3 or the in the age of 3 years. Well, and my girlfriend Gal Gadot can see there is the point while Gal Gadot have seen the Saudi Islamic agent, that means the Saudi Islamic scholar request us to teach Surah Fatiha, Surah Ikhlas, Surah Baqarah, and Surah Falak and Surah Nas and Surah Al Imran, etc. Well, the problem is that Gal Gadot believed that if the daughter would learn Surah Fatiha, Surah Nas, Surah Baqarah, Surah Ikhlas, Surah Falak, and Surah Fil, they would learn what is written in the Holy Quran, but they cannot learn what would be the basic biology just to be healthy. Well, and that is the largest problem in our life. Well, since Gal Gadot is an Israeli woman, she have observed that nowadays, since we the Arabic word, particularly Saudi women, particularly Saudi daughter, learn particularly our Saudi daughter learn only Surah Fatiha, Surah Baqarah, Surah Falaq, and Surah Nas. Well, what about Saudi daughter learn? Saudi daughter learned at the age of 3 years. Saudi daughter learned Surah Fatiha. There is the last two ayat. And what is the ayat? The last two ayat is that lead me in the way where rightful person goes. Well, as an explanation or as an Islam Saudi tafsir, in accordance with Surah Fatiha, we need to ask to God, ask God to lead our life into the way of Osama bin Laden, Saddam Hussein, Amatullah al-Khomeini, and Erdogan, and Shahbaz Sharif, and Asif Munir, etc. Well, this is the biological sociology. Therefore, we can say about some sociological points. But our main focus is which biology would be necessary for our sociology. Well, let's have the points. And the last ayat of Surah Fatiha, what is it saying? At the last ayat of Surah Fatiha, it is said that don't lead us to the way of wrongdoer and wrath person, cursed person. Well, accordance with tafsir, who is the cursed person? Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, Benjamin Netanyahu, Narendra Modi, Xi Jinping, etc. Xi Jinping, Winston Churchill, Roosevelt, George W. Bush, Donald Trump, etc. Well, Donald Trump now we can do it on our way. But what is their problem? Well, the cursed person, that means Charles Darwin, lead us to biological evolution, and as an effect, we came to know that we are from a virus. Well, which species virus could evolve? Which virus evolved to amoeba, and which amoeba would evolve bacteria? Which bacteria evolved to a fish, and then evolved to a frog, and evolved to a crocodile, and then evolved to a monkey, then evolved to an ape and gorilla, then about to an abhuman, then we have about to a human 20,000 years ago. Well, but accordance with a Saudi Islamic scholar, if our daughter learn basic biology as in the age of 3 years, the problem is that our daughter, that means Islamic daughter, would learn basic biology and would interest in the biology. Well, they can be a doctor, they can be forensic officer, they can be encounter specialist, etc. And now they can be military forensic officer, or they can be a intelligence agency forensic officer. But when a daughter can be national intelligence agency forensic officer, then the daughter can our daughter can develop a dangerous poison that cannot be trackable at the limited molecules, but the enemy person, particularly the enemy spinach person, can die as the several way. The enemy spinach person cannot have breath properly 3 seconds earlier to die, and they would die as they had seen the hellish environment, I mean Jahannam environment in the earth. Well, that is the nature. And to create this type of dangerous biological poison to use in spinach, our daughter would be a National Intelligence Agency forensic officer, and before that, our daughter should be interested in the biology. And why would she be interested in biology? She would interested in biology because she would learn the basic biology to live healthy at the age of 3 years. Well, as I observed my girlfriend Gal Gadot, she is an Israeli Mossad agent. Now I have cleared that why Saudi Arabian Intelligence Agency GIP cannot contain the female forensic officer. Well, female forensic because a female forensic officer, if they could have a female forensic officer, well, before that, the Saudi daughter would learn, would be interested in advanced biology or biology at the school level of class 9 and class 10. And before that, she would be interested in basic biology. And why? Because the Saudi daughter should learn the basic biology to live their life as a healthy Saudi woman. And that is the point. But our but what is the point? Well, huh? Yeah. Well, now we could have a points. Well, now let's come to the point. Why Saudi GIP contains no female forensic officer? Because the Saudi Islamic scholar teach their daughter, request the Saudi parents to teach their daughter at the age of 3 years only Surah Baqarah, Surah Fatiha, Surah Ikhlas, and Surah Nas. Well, this segment is particularly for the women, particularly the daughter who live their life properly, but at the point. Let's have a point, Habibi. And as an effect, our Saudi daughter can learn how the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Ababil to protect the Kaaba and destroy the king of the Yemen, Christian Yemen, with their stone, small stone. That Ababil, which bird could be killed by a Bangladeshi boys, was toy marble. Bangladeshi boys toy marble. Well, to kill Ababil bird, Bangladeshi boy even does not need a old-fashioned revolver or old-fashioned pistol. And now, today, we Bangladeshi boys are Englander boys, Israeli boys contain the latest pistol as Globe pistol, Desert Hunt pistol, and several latest pistols. At their age of 7 years. And they could not get that Bangladeshi marble toy, marble gun, Bangladeshi marble bow. And that is the point. And this misleading story, the Saudi daughter can learn. But the Saudi daughter could not learn at the age of 3 years how should we Saudi daughter eat? How much should we Saudi daughter eat bread to live a healthy Saudi life. And as an effect, you have noticed that the several when the British women, American women, Australian women, well, while Sarah Taylor, the England women are fit and fine, and although she is a fat, but she is both fat and fit women because she wants to try their healthy, her healthy life. On the other side, how we can see? We can see the Saudi women live their life with the buffalo belly. Well, now the talking points is over, and now let's explanation of the Gal Gadot biological sociology for the daughter of Israeli and Saudi Arabia. Let's have the point. Well, now let's coming to the segment. Gal Gadot, Israeli misogynist biological sociologist. What she observed? Accordance with Islam, she observed so a son can eat 6 kilogram bread per month. On the other hand, a daughter can eat 360 kilogram bread per month. Well, in the 2 minutes, well, now we could not explain the point in our weapon as mobile weapon mobile calculator because of that charging failure. And now we have to switch on the laptop calculator. Well, so Gal Gadot observed, according with Islam, son can eat 6 kilogram bread per month, while daughter can eat 360 kilograms bread per month. And that is the significant problem. And why is this the significant problem? Let's come to the point. Now we can see what how much bread a son can eat. I don't have a time. Well, a man. Now I would talk about Saudi man or Saudi women at the same age. Here, let's assume that two person. This is so a person is Saudi man, and the another person is Saudi woman. Saudi, both of them are at the age of 65 years. Well, and now let me have the points. At the age of 5 years, if a human can eat properly. So, both of Saudi man and Saudi man contains the age of 65 years. Therefore, we would calculate their last 60 years of their lifespan. Well, here we calculate 60 years. Okay. 60 years plus, no, not a plus, is a multiplied by 12. And what would be that? That is 720 months. Well, a Saudi man can eat 6 kilogram bread. And what is the meaning that? A Saudi man can eat 4,320 kilogram at last 60 years. But what about a Saudi woman? Let's find out. We know the last 60 years means last 720 months. And now, let's come to the point. A Saudi woman can eat 360 kilogram bread per month. That means in last 720 months, a Saudi woman can eat 259,200 kilograms. Oh, I apologize. The roasting material, the Saudi Islamic scholar, and even nowadays, left-wing Englander, that means Keir Starmer and their British left-wing community understand only lacquer. They could not understand million, billion, trillion, decillion in their life. And so, here is the catch. And let's have the catch. Okay. Well, what is the catch is 259,200 kilograms. If we divided by 4,320 kilograms, that is the significant point. It is a crystal feminism. It is a crystal biological feminism. The Saudi Instagram Islamic scholar opened. Well, accordance with Islamic society, and particularly the Saudi society, and Saudi daughter can eat 60 times breads per month than a man can eat. And there is the significant problem. And what would say we'll like that? We would say like that there is the significant points. Well, as an effect, there I would like to say we women can have a fat belly than men. Therefore, we Saudi women can be buffalo at any time and any second. And that is not fair, and that is not fair. Okay. As an effect, a woman 60 times a woman eats 60 times bread than how much bread a man can. As an effect, the Saudi women face the several diseases like fever or diabetes, jaundice, and etc. Even Saudi women can face the liver tumor and liver cancer. Liver, human and liver cancer. Well, as a solution, Gal Gadot present the points as a solution. And what is the solution? Let's find it. Okay. Come on, let's find it. Well, accordance with biological civilization, son should eat 90 kilogram bread per month, while daughter should eat 6 nanogram bread per month. Okay. And now that will be fair. Okay. And now let's go for our new weapon, calculator. Well, if a Saudi man can eat 90 kilogram bread per month, what about the last 720 months? That means what about the last 60 years from present? Well, we know that 60 years means 720 months, and if that would be multiplied by 90 kilograms, well, a man should eat, okay, a man should eat 64,800 kilogram in last 60 years, and that would be the fact for a Saudi son at the last 60 years. But what about Saudi daughter in the last 60 years? Let's find out. Saudi daughter should eat 6 nanogram per month. Well, we know that since we have to check the last 60 years of a Saudi daughter, we know that 60 years means 720 months. So yeah, so here we can see if 720 months can be multiplied by 6, we would get the result. But before that, then we would divide by 1 billion gram. Well, we know that 1 milligram is 1000 microgram. 1 gram means 1000 milligram, and 1 kilogram means 1000 gram. Well, and according to the Pythagoras theorem, let's find out. 9 times 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And what would be the result? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4.32 milligram a Saudi daughter would eat in last 60 years. Not 4.23, I repeat, not 4.32 milligram per month, but 4.32 milligram per 60 years. And that is the beautiful point. And let's find out we have input of how much man should eat bread in the last 60 years. And that would be 64,800 kilograms. Now, what would be what the value would be divided by? The value would be divided by how much bread a Saudi women can consume in last 60 years. Okay. Now let's have an input. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 4, 3, 2. Okay. That should be 15 billion times. Well, my girlfriend Gal Gadot believes that should be a fair equality in the eating bread as a Saudi woman and a Saudi man. And that is not a problem. Moreover, perhaps we believe that could be a solution, and that is equality. Now, when a Saudi man can eat 15 billion times bread per month than a Saudi woman can eat in last 60 years, and that would be while man should eat 90 kilogram bread per month and women should eat 6 nanogram bread per month. That means 15 billion times Saudi man got advantage, and that is a proper equality. But what would our well, I apologize, but what would our Saudi Islamic scholar teach us? Saudi Islamic scholar teach us that we would teach our daughter Surah Fatiha, Surah Baqarah, Surah Ikhlas, Surah Falaq, Surah Nas, and Surah Kafirun, Surah Fil, and Surah Kawthar. Now here, as an effect, the eating food, particularly as a Saudi environment, eating bread cannot be ever equal for both for man and both for women, both for Saudi man and Saudi women. Well, what happened? Let's find out. Well, let's say about Surah Ikhlas. Kul hu Allahu ahad. Yani इससे Allah is only one. In that ayat of Surah Ikhlas, a Saudi daughter could not be sure that how much bread a Saudi daughter should eat per month. There is no answer in the first ayat. Now, let's come for the second ayat of Surah Ikhlas. What is the second ayat? Accordance with the second ayat, that is the great threat. Accordance with the second ayat, Allahu Samad. Yani that means Allah is only one. He cannot get the second God or third God. As a God, Allah is only one. But this ayat, the second ayat of Surah Ikhlas, a Saudi women cannot be sure how much bread a Saudi daughter should eat per month. Well, now let's focus on the third ayat of Surah Ikhlas. The third ayat of Surah Ikhlas, it is clearly written, Lam Yalid Alamiullah. That means he is not born ever and he cannot give birth to anyone. Well, that means the before creation of the universe and after the destruction of the entire universe, Allah would exist. He cannot born because he cannot die because he was not born. When the time is created, before that time being created, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exists. But in this ayat, so in this ayat, we cannot, well, let's focus on the second part. Allah could not give birth to anyone. That means Allah has no son, no daughter, no child. Allah did not marry anyone. Allah did not have any girlfriend, boyfriend, and trans friend, etc. Well, but the third ayat of Ikhlas cannot teach our Saudi daughter how much bread per month a Saudi daughter should eat. And there is the big problem that a Saudi daughter have got an opportunity to eat 360 kilogram breads per month, and that is not fair. And that is feminism that the Islamic scholar gave me opportunity. Then I saw the daughter can eat 200 plus kilogram bread per month, and that is the proper feminism. I would worry about it, and my girlfriend Gal Gadot is frustrated about this type of feminism. And now here we go. Wala miya kullahu kufuwan ahad. That means none of creature can create a partner of God. Well, this surah is completely different depend on Tawhid to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the problem is that when a daughter learned this Quranic surah at the age of 3 years, there is no clue that how much the daughter would eat. Well, there is a confusion because there is no clarify how much bread the daughter can eat per month, and that is a large problem, as we can see. And Gal Gadot has seen properly. Therefore, as a Israeli daughter, Gal Gadot started to eat 6 nanogram bread per month, and she requests her male best friend, that is Henry Cavill, to eat 6 kilogram bread per month. Since Gal Gadot could not learn Quran at the age of 3 years, she got an opportunity to learn the basic biology to live a healthy Israeli life. Well, man can eat 64,800 kilogram bread in 60 years, and women can eat 4.32 milligram in last 60 years. That would be equalization. But our Saudi Islamic scholar snatch the proper points, the proper opportunity from our Islamic parenting society, and that is the greatest problem for us. Now here would be the second point. I have to go. Okay. Then we come to the next point. Well, according with Islamic society, Gal Gadot observed that sun can contains maximum weight of 64 kilograms. But if the sun weight is 80 kilograms, he is overweight. Well, on the other hand, while daughter can contain maximum weight of 64 kilograms, if she contains weight of 32 kilograms, she is not overweight, and that is not fair. Well, we men can have a content healthy life with the weight of 64 kilograms. What would be possible? Because at the 80 kilograms. How much possible? Because at the 80 kilograms, man can have a muscle, biceps, legs, biceps, and six-pack abs. They have the feet and find the points as we can see. But what? In Saudi Arabia, Israel, and Qatar, Dubai, Bahrain, or even any Western countries like England, America, Canada, Mexico, we have noticed that man can physical industry or and mental industry. Ya Allah, whom I have told about industry. In my points, industry means hard working, but Saudi Islamic scholar does not understand the word industry. They understand word hard work. So let's have the word hard work. Well, we have seen that a Saudi military male officer, man officer, or Israeli Mossad man agent, or England MI6 man agent, or American CIA man agent works hardest point to rescue their national surveillance from the enemy in the espionage way. And there is the points of espionage way. But on the other hand, women cannot, women or Israeli women do not want to read any nationalist books. Women do not want to have collect information. Women do not want to work hard to get a proper information to beat their national enemy in the espionage way. Well, as a businesswoman, women cannot have any idea that how our product would sell at the peak points, or how can our product quality would be better at that time continuously. As an FN, when the women would not work hard, a woman would not work hard to make profit for their business, if women would not work hard to get proper information to defeat their national enemy at the espionage way, a woman cannot work hard to serve the points. If a woman can be a lawyer, then they would mislead the criminal court case. And misleading in the criminal court case, industry, I mean hard working is not necessary. We can be laziness and then, or we can manipulate the criminal court case to destroy the justice system, to bring innocent people to a death penalty. But if you want to have a justice for the innocent women, and if you want to bring criminal on the death penalty, you have worked hard. Well, while a woman do not want, while a woman does not want to work hard to bring criminal death penalty, then if a daughter, if her weight is even 32 kilogram, I would consider Gal Gadot would consider that she is overweighted, and so I would consider that. But the number is crystal difference. But a man lawyer working hard to bring criminal to a death penalty, a man agent working hard to defeat their national enemy as the espionage point movement. Well, a man can only a man can work hard to a 64, while a man can work hard to develop a forensic poison, or the long-lasting laptop, or long-lasting operating system, or long-lasting operating mobile, or long-lasting Android long-lasting applications. While that would be possible as a man by a man, Gal Gadot has a suspicious point that the man as a son, if his weight is 80 kilogram, his justified weight is 64 kilogram, he is 16 kilogram overweight. This is not a fair, this is just a joke, as I believe. Okay. Well, now this on the other hand, women who has no hard working to bring criminal as to death penalty as lawyer, to build 200-story building like Burj Khalifa in Dubai. A woman who cannot defeat their national enemy in the espionage way, a woman who cannot work hardly in the to get develop their television, long-lasting computer, long-lasting operating system, long-lasting software system, long-lasting application system, long-lasting mobile, etc. Then, if the daughter contains weight of 32 kilogram, her justified weight parameter is still 64 kilogram. Therefore, she is not overweighted according to the Islamic society. And that is not fair, and that is Gal Gadot's concern. And now, let's have a point. What is the biological civilization? Well, if man is hardworking person, man is born to hardworking in any time, just for hobby or just to earn money. A man is hardworking person. Therefore, his weight should be his weight level should be maximum point of 128 kilograms. And if his weight is 80 kilograms, he would not be justified as overweighted. On the other hand, women is not hardworking, women is lazy. Even my sister, even my cousin sister, sleep at 8 p.m., wake up at 10 p.m. That means 10 plus 4 hours sleeping mode. My daughter, 18 content 18 plus sleeping routine per daily. And my girlfriend like Gal Gadot contains 12-hour sleeping daily routines. Well, Gal Gadot believe that women is not hard-working person. Therefore, their justified weight level would be 800 grams. If the woman contains weight of 32 kilograms, she should be considered as overweighted, and that is the fair points. Okay. We have talked about the points 1 hour, and I hope that will be enough. Otherwise, we have to go to editing as standard level in lieu of higher definition level. Okay, now get the points. Now here is the point. According to the Islamic society, what Gal Gadot observed? Gal Gadot observed that sun can contain blood hemoglobin from 12 gram liter to 18 gram liter. That means if sun can have 6 liter blood, the blood hemoglobin would be 90 grams. While a daughter contains blood hemoglobin level from 11 gram per liter to 16 gram per liter. That means if daughter can have 6 liter blood, her blood hemoglobin would be 91 grams. That's not fair. Well, here I have made a mistakes. Okay. Now, daughter. Okay, now here are points repeated me. Daughter. Okay, now here is the point, and I'm worried if it crossed the borderline. Oh no, it would not cross the borderline. Oh no. Oh, okay. Here would okay. There it would cross borderline. I would accept it. Let's have an original. Okay. Here we got that. Well, as we know, if women can have the high blood hemoglobin, he would be aggressive, he would be angry, he would kill any person, she would torture her brothers because she is contain the blood hemoglobin that exceed her real level. Okay. Now, what is the Islamic society? Well, the Islamic, accordance with the Islamic society, daughter contain blood hemoglobin from 11 gram per liter to 16 gram per liter. Well, now let's have a point. Then the meanings, that means if a daughter contains 6 liter of blood in her body, the blood hemoglobin would be 81 grams. Son have 90 grams blood hemoglobin, and daughter has 81 grams blood hemoglobin. That is totally close, and therefore women would very aggressive in the points. Well, my cousin sister contain blood hemoglobin as 9 gram per liter. That means if my cousin sister contains 6 liter of blood, that means she contains blood hemoglobin as 54 grams, and that is too close. I mean, except from her justified has blood hemoglobin. Well, as our blood hemoglobin, we should have a lowest form 12 gram per liter, and the highest form 18 gram per liter. That means we should have average. We son, that means we brother should have average 15 grams per liter. But what would happen if our body, we brother have 6 liter blood in our body? Therefore, we have hemoglobin as 90 grams. Well, 50. Let's subtract 90 by 54, and that is the difference is 36 gram blood hemoglobin, and that is really close, not a far, and that is not fair. Well, according with my girlfriend Gal Gadot, we brother have would contain 15 grams per liter blood hemoglobin. That means if we have we brother have 6 liter blood, our blood hemoglobin should be 90 grams. Okay, that's fine. But a daughter should contain blood hemoglobin from 0.003 nanogram per liter to 0.005 nanogram per liter. That means if daughter, that means my cousin sister would have 6 liter blood, her blood hemoglobin should be 0.02 nanograms, and that would be the fair point. And I have explained to my cousin sister that your blood hemoglobin, you have a 6 liter blood, therefore your blood hemoglobin should be 0.02 nanograms. But my cousin sister believed that her blood hemoglobin should be 66 grams. That is 6. Now let's find out about this. 6. Okay. Now I am sitting here, and now here we points. We get the point. Now let's calculate it. Well, 66 kilograms. Okay. 66 divided by 0.02. Well, 1 gram is 1 billion nanogram. That means 1 kilogram means 1 trillion nanogram. Okay, that's fine. Okay, well, as my girlfriend Gal Gadot suggestion and my cousin daughter's requirement is blood hemoglobin requirements is too difficult. Well, our blood hemoglobin, my girlfriend Gal Gadot said that my cousin sister contained 0.02 nanograms. But what my cousin sister wants? My cousin sister wants to have a blood hemoglobin 66 gram, and that means our my cousin sister requirement is 3.3 quadrillion times heavier blood hemoglobin than my girlfriend Gal Gadot wish, and that is the largest problem I have seen. Okay, well, here is the requirement and difference between me and my girlfriend Gal Gadot. Well, I requirement that my cousin sister would contain 30 gram hemoglobin, but my Gal Gadot contains but my girlfriend Gal Gadot said a required blood hemoglobin for my cousin sister, that is 0.02 gram, 0.02 nanogram. Well, 1.5 quadrillion. But here, that means as a requirement of blood hemoglobin for my cousin sister, my girlfriend Gal Gadot is far better than me in here, and I appreciate her. Now let's talk about okay. Now let's talk about points. Well, I believe my cousin sister's blood pressure would be 2 by 1, and my blood pressure would be 120 by 90. My girlfriend Gal Gadot appreciate that my cousin brother contains blood pressure as 120 by 90. But according with Islam, if my cousin sister contain blood pressure of 110 by 75, that is low pressure. On the other hand, according with biological civilization, if my cousin sister contains 0.24 by 0.12, that is considered as high blood pressure for my cousin sister. Well, here we got now let's talk about blood hemoglobin. Well, according with Surah Fil, we can know that how Allah sent Ababil birds to destroy the Christian kingdom of Yemen. But learning the Surah Fil from the Quran and learning how to have an Islamic salat, my daughters and my sister would know. My daughter and my sister cannot know how to learn a proper biology to live their life, particularly how got much blood hemoglobin would be justified for women. Well, accordance with the advertisement from the Saudi Islamic scholar from the Instagram reels, his request can teach Gal Gadot to teach her daughter Surah Baqarah, Surah Nas, and Surah Fil to learn to close to Allah, too proud to be a servant of Allah. But Gal Gadot cannot teach her daughter about the blood hemoglobin biology, and that is the largest problem we would face.
I'm unstoppable.
I'm a Persia with no brakes.
I'm invincible.
They I win every single game.
I'm so powerful.
I don't need batteries to play.
I'm so confident.